So my final choice for best movies coming out in 2022 for me was kind of an easy one really because I'm really well. Let's tell you the choice and let me tell you about why I chose this choice. So my final choice is The Batman. Robert Pattinson starring as Bruce Wayne as Batman in The Batman. Matt Reeves' has directed movie. It is coming out March 4th this year. It will be released to theatres. Well, at this point in time, anyway, it is scheduled to be released as a theatrical release. I think it's with a short release window before it goes to digital on HBO Max. I think it's like 30 days. It is. So that is the plan of action at the moment. But we know with the way film releases have changed over the past 2 years or so, and with it being early on this year now, the date could change. So March 4th is the date at this moment in time anyway, at the start of 2022 in January. But this year is very much the year of the Batman. It is the year of the Batman 2022. We have got the Batman movie starring Robert Pattinson. We have also got two other live-action versions of Batman, as we know it anyway at this moment in time, to feature this year in the world of movies. In the Flash movie, we'll be getting Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton's versions of Batman in the Flash movie. What a year is that? I mean, if you said that to a viewer, if you said that to me as a viewer of movies like 15 years ago, when the Christopher Nolan Batman movies were coming out, if you said to me that year, in 15 years, ahead in time, we're going to get a year where we're going to get two movies come out and there's going to be three different versions of Batman featured in those movies, I would have said, get out of town because you're full of something that doesn't smell great. Because it's mad. It's a mad idea in your brain, but again, it's with this idea, now with like these multiverse concepts, it doesn't seem so much like out there to have a year of that three versions of Batman to feature on live action on a movie screen. But I chose the Batman over the Flash for the main show here today because I think I always try and say like, trust your gut and which movie are you all in for? And for me, out of these four choices, I would say, the Batman is one. Even though I'm looking forward to seeing The Flash, the Batman is the one I'm more excited to see. Batman is definitely one of my favourite movie characters, comic book characters out there. I always love Batman movies. Every Batman movie so far, I've had a lot of fun with all the Batman movies. And this hopefully will be no different. So, why am I most looking forward to this? So, first of all, it's got a great cast by the looks of it. It's got Robert Pattinson, who initially I was like, is he the right choice? But he looks like he's made for the role, and he looks like he's done some really good acting appearances since his days in Twilight. It's got, Paul Dano as the Riddler, Colin Farrell as Oswald Cobblepot, aka the Penguin. They released an image of him in like this comic book accurate or comic book like outfit this week. He looks like this gangster look on it. He's got like this striped suit and it looked spectacular. I think he's going to be a very significant part of this movie. We have Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, Selena Kyle, and we also have Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon in this movie. So we've got a really good cast. You've got Andy Serkis in there as well, and I'm sure I'm missing out some more pivotal information. And there's another cast member I'll discuss in a moment, but I'm looking forward to this. I like the trailers. I think it was they had an initial teaser trailer, but when they released the real trailer, it looked awesome. It looked awesome. I feel like with Batman now, we know, I think it's going to be similar in type to the Christopher Nolan movie. It's going to have a similar vibe to those. It's going to be, a lot of realism into this movie, in this world, this gritty world where you've got this guy, this billionaire guy, Batman, going around investigating murders and stuff, and the Riddler is this psychopath who is just committing all these crimes and playing mind games with Bruce Wayne and with Batman. It's going to be a bit of a cat and mouse show in it, they're going around trying to fit in clues and he's going to be leaving traps. It's going to be cool to see. I think I think they chose well in not doing like a Joker as the villain. First of all, I think they've picked the right villains for this. I'm hoping anyway. I think the way they're giving us this version of the Riddler as well, where he looks like like the Zodiac killer. I think it's like this killer from like a. I don't know if it's a real killer or it's like a fictional killer, the Zodiac killer, but it looks like it's very much based upon that. It looks very different from Jim Carrey's incarnation of the Riddler. Very, very different version, but I'm excited to see it. I think it is going to be a spectacular film. Will I watch it at the cinema? Will I watch it at home? I don't know. I think this is the sort of movie that would normally get me to the cinema, but with the 30-day the 30-day window, I suppose I could probably wait 30 days to watch it. I'll see nearer the time, see how the situation is with things. But yeah, either way, whether I watch it at home or watch it in the cinema, I think it's going to be just one of those films. Matt Reeves is a great director. I really enjoyed his Planet of the Apes movies. The last one he did was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It's one of my favourite films. That was in one of the 10 out of 10 movie list I did in my collection. That is a spectacular movie. He can obviously handle a big franchise, a big story, a big epic tale, and I think he'll be able to juggle. We've got a bunch of like main characters here. You got the Penguin, you got the Riddler. I think the Riddler is going to be the main villain in this, but Penguin is going to be just behind him, slowly behind him. One thing I do want to discuss as well here. Is the Joker going to be in this movie? Is the Joker going to feature? So, the Eternals actor, Barry Keoghan, I think I pronounced that right, he featured in the Dunkirk movie as well. I think he's an Irish actor. And he is playing a police officer in this movie. I think it's something, DC Merkel or something like that, the name of the character. But I think there was a rumour going, I think it was like a few months back, his brother leaked online saying that he was going to become... or he was going to be playing the Joker in this movie. Now, is that true or not? Who knows? We don't know, do we? It could be just rumours, it could be just playing mind games and just playing us all for a fool. Or is he secretly playing... because he seems like this very much like this very big, uprising, upcoming actor, Barry Keoghan. Played in the Eternals movie. I liked him in that movie. I thought he played a good role. Will he feature as the Joker in this? I think he could be playing potentially someone else. I don't think the role he's playing is the role he's going to play in the movie. I think he could eventually become someone else. Similar to Dark Knight Rises, where we have the Robin reveal at the end with the cop guy who was played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Maybe he's playing Robin, Dick Grayson, or maybe he is playing the Joker. Could he pull off the Joker? That's another question. You're going for a younger actor as Batman in Robert Pattinson. He's a very young guy. This Barry Keoghan. He looks very young. Will it work? You know what? Maybe they need to go for that more unknown actor for these big roles for Joker. A lot of people didn't like Jared Leto's version in comparison to, Joaquin Phoenix and, Heath Ledger before that. He was very controversial figure in that role. So maybe a fresh face, a new... lesser known actor might work well in that role as a Joker. But I think if we do get a Joker in this movie, I think it will be very minimal. I think it will be a tease at the end of the movie for the potential sequel.